The power of your mindset, how to unlock your true potential. Have you ever wondered why some people look at every single challenge as an exciting opportunity, while others completely freeze up at the first sign of failure? Why do some individuals continuously grow and achieve more, while others stay stuck in the exact same spot for years? The answer doesn't lie in luck, and it doesn't just come down to natural talent. It all comes down to mindset. Based on groundbreaking research by psychologist Carol Dweck in her famous book Mindset, The New Psychology of Success, the way you think dictates your limits. Society often tells us that raw intelligence and natural talent are the ultimate keys to success. But if that were entirely true, every gifted person would be wildly successful. The reality is far different. Dweck's research proves that it's not just about what you're born with, it's about whether you have a fixed mindset or a growth mindset. Let's break down what that means and how shifting your perspective can completely change your life. Chapter 1: The Two Mindsets. At our core, humans generally operate from one of two mental frameworks, the fixed mindset or the growth mindset. The fixed mindset: people with a fixed mindset believe that their abilities, intelligence, and talents are set in stone from birth. They think, this is just who I am, and I can't change it. Because of this, they avoid challenges, shy away from constructive criticism, and view failure as a permanent reflection of their self-worth. If they aren't naturally good at something right away, they figure it's just not meant for them and give up. The growth mindset: on the flip side, people with a growth mindset believe that their core qualities can be developed through dedication, hard work, and the right strategies. They see failures not as a sign of stupidity, but as a valuable springboard for learning. Challenges aren't roadblocks to them, they are fuel for growth. Think about legends like Thomas Edison, Albert Einstein, or Michael Jordan. If they had believed their abilities were capped by birth, would they have pushed through thousands of failures to achieve greatness? Absolutely not. They embraced a growth mindset. Chapter 2: Inside the Mindsets. How do these mindsets actually shape our daily behavior? It starts early. When children are constantly told, "You're so smart," or "You're a natural genius," it often triggers a fixed mindset. Why? Because the child starts to believe their success is tied to a fragile label. Later on, when they face a genuinely difficult task and struggle, they panic. They worry that if they fail, people will no longer think they are smart. However, when children are praised for their effort, saying things like, "I love how hard you worked to figure this out," they develop a growth mindset. They learn that success isn't an innate gift, it's the result of patience, persistence, and problem solving. If you've ever quit something because you felt you weren't naturally good at it, that was your fixed mindset taking the wheel. The great news is that your brain is plastic, meaning it can change and adapt at any age. You can consciously retrain your brain to see setbacks as temporary and growth as infinite. Chapter 3: The Truth About Ability and Achievement. We live in a culture that loves to worship overnight success and natural talent. We look at a brilliant coder, a master artist, or a top student and assume they just woke up gifted. While a natural aptitude can give you a head start, it rarely seals the deal long term. Take Michael Jordan, for instance. Most people don't know that he was actually cut from his high school varsity basketball team. With a fixed mindset, he could have packed up his sneakers and quit forever. Instead, he used that rejection as fuel, practiced relentlessly, and built a growth mindset that made him one of the greatest athletes in human history. Real achievement isn't about protecting an image of perfection, it's about being willing to look foolish while you learn, adapt, and improve. Chapter 4: Mindset in Sports, Business, and Relationships. Your mindset doesn't just affect your personal goals, it leaks into every single area of your life. In sports and careers, great leaders and elite athletes don't break down after a loss. They analyze their mistakes, hit the drawing board, and come back stronger. Visionaries like Steve Jobs faced brutal failures, like being pushed out of Apple, yet they used those exact moments to reinvent themselves and build even greater legacies. In relationships, a fixed mindset in romance looks like expecting a relationship to be effortless. If arguments happen, people with this mindset think, "This is the wrong person, let's quit." A growth mindset recognizes that deep, lasting relationships take communication, patience, and mutual effort to work through rough patches together. Chapter 5: Where do mindsets come from? Our mindsets aren't built in a vacuum. They are heavily shaped by the authority figures in our early lives, our parents, teachers, and coaches. When adults praise process over outcome, encourage problem solving, and treat mistakes as normal stepping stones, they raise resilient individuals. Conversely, when environments heavily penalize failure or place an overemphasis on innate labels like talent, they breed anxiety and avoidance. The good news is that whether you are a parent, a teacher, or a coach, you have the power to foster a growth-oriented culture around you. Chapter 6: How to Shift Your Mindset. Changing your mindset isn't an overnight miracle, but it is entirely possible. Here is how you can start making the shift today. Catch your inner voice. Pay attention to that fixed mindset voice in your head that says, "I can't do this," or "I'm just not good at this." Challenge the narrative. Answer back with growth-oriented questions. Instead of saying "I failed," ask yourself, "What can I learn from this failure to do better next time?" Surround yourself with growth. Spend time with people who embrace challenges, value hard work, and push you to expand your boundaries. Conclusion. At the end of the day, your mindset is the steering wheel of your life. A fixed mindset keeps you trapped inside safe, self-imposed boundaries, while a growth mindset opens the door to infinite possibilities. Every challenge you face is a choice. Will you let it stop you, or will you use it